Today, we will look at 14 bands from the 1960s that once ruled the radio and TV briefly before fading away almost overnight. Many of them enjoyed brief successes that left a lasting mark. From the Beau Brummels to the Electric Flag, each band has a unique story of rapid rise and sudden decline. The Buckinghams. The Buckinghams were formed in Chicago in 1967. They quickly gained local fame with their catchy tune, Kind of a Drag. The song enjoyed local successes and even received brief national attention. Their energetic performances made them a favorite on local radio stations and live venues. The band topped regional charts and attracted large crowds with their lively shows. However, their time in the spotlight was short-lived. Changing musical tastes and stiff competition contributed to their rapid disappearance. Internal issues began to surface as members disagreed over creative direction. Problems with their record label and management further complicated their progress. Disputes over contract terms and creative control hindered new releases. As a result, they struggled to produce follow-up hits that matched the excitement of Kind of a Drag. Despite early promises and strong local support, these challenges led to their decline. Their brief run left a lasting memory for those who followed Chicago's resonant music scene in the 60s. The Buckinghams remain a symbol of rapid rise and fall in a competitive era. The Buckinghams captured Chicago's vibrant energy with catchy tunes. Meanwhile, the music machine erupted in Los Angeles, delivering raw rock.
I got me a complication, and it's an only child.
The Music Machine. The Music Machine was formed in Los Angeles in 1966. They gained local fame with their hit, Talk Talk, which earned them a spot on the local charts. Their sound was raw and full of energy, marked by short, punchy songs that captured the spirit of garage rock. The band was known for their dramatic stage shows that left a lasting impression on audiences. Yet their successes were short-lived. Soon after their breakthrough, internal tensions began to rise. Changes in the lineup created more problems, and the group could not find a stable direction. Fans witnessed a burst of talent that faded almost as quickly as it appeared. Their brief moment of success left many puzzled. The rapid rise and sudden disappearance of the Music Machine continued to spark discussion among rock fans. Now comes a band that built a loyal fan base with electrifying live shows that never translated into chart success. The Remains. The Remains were a band from Boston, formed in 1966. They quickly built a reputation for energetic live shows. Their performances were wild and unpredictable. Fans flocked to local clubs to see them play. Despite a loyal following, they never managed to score a major hit single. The band was known for their raw energy on stage. However, problems began to arise behind the scenes. Internal friction grew among the members. The lack of proper record label support made it hard for them to reach a wider audience. In interviews, some members mentioned that creative differences often caused heated arguments. These issues, combined with the fast-changing music scene, led to their decision to split. By 1968, the Remains had disbanded, leaving behind a short but memorable mark on the local music scene. Their brief career continues to spark interest among fans of 1960s rock. Some bands burn out fast, but the last band on our list blended blues, rock, and soul into something unique before vanishing just as quickly. Want to know? Stay tuned until the end.
That's where you'll find me.
The Standells. The Standells originated in Los Angeles and are best known for their hit, Dirty Water. This song reached number 11 on the Billboard charts in 1966. Their sound mixed hard-edged rock with catchy hooks that won over many listeners. They built a strong regional following with memorable live shows that left an impression on audiences. However, as musical trends shifted in the late 1960s, the band faced new challenges. Internal conflicts and management issues began to affect their progress. Recording problems and disputes over creative direction made it hard for them to keep up with the changing times. These difficulties eventually led to a rapid decline in their popularity. Despite their early successes, the Standells could not sustain their rise for long. Their story is one of quick fame followed by an equally fast fade from the limelight, leaving fans to remember the raw energy of their early work. They kept things loud and rebellious, but the next group adopted experimental sounds, crafting music that was ahead of its time. The Electric Prunes. The Electric Prunes were formed in 1966 in Los Angeles. They quickly earned a name for their unique psychedelic sound. Their hit, I Had Too Much to Dream, reached around number 41 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song featured experimental tones that both intrigued and confused listeners. Their sound was fresh, with heavy use of effects and a bold style that set them apart from many peers. However, the band faced many challenges. Frequent changes in band members led to a loss of a steady sound. Their manager often caused problems that worsened the internal instability. These lineup changes and management issues pushed the band out of the limelight. Although their music was innovative, the constant turmoil prevented them from building lasting success. Now a band that took a completely different approach, combining rock with delicate orchestral arrangements. The Left Banke. The Left Banke was a New York-based group that formed in 1965. They are best known for their hit Walk Away Renee, which climbed to number 9 on the Billboard charts. Their sound featured lush melodies and classical string arrangements that set them apart from typical rock bands of the time. Their Baroque pop style won them many fans and critical praise. However, creative differences soon emerged among the members. Disagreements over song arrangements and the overall direction of the band caused tension. In addition, the pressures of meeting commercial expectations led to further strain. Contract issues with their record label added to the conflicts. These problems soon made it difficult for the band to work together. As a result, their career was cut short, and they faded from the spotlight much sooner than expected. Their brief success remains a point of interest for fans of 1960s music. One band blended elegance with orchestral pop, creating melodies that felt like works of art. They cranked up the volume, shattered expectations, and made raw energy their signature sound. The Sonics. The Sonics were formed in Portland, Oregon in 1960. They built a strong reputation with a raw and aggressive sound. Their music was loud, energetic, and full of passion. The band quickly influenced future punk and garage groups with their fierce style and wild live shows. Each performance was intense and full of surprises. Fans loved the power and chaos on stage. Songs like The Witch captured the wild spirit of early rock. Despite a loyal underground following, the Sonics never reached the national charts. Many radio stations ignored their music because it was ahead of its time. This limited their commercial success and kept them on the fringe of the mainstream. Still, their innovative sound paved the way for later groups. Their influence is evident in many rock bands today. The Sonics left a lasting mark on the music world. They remain a favorite among fans who value raw rock energy and genuine performance. Now it's time for a group that struck gold with just one catchy hit before fading into the background. The Castaways. The Castaways were based in Minnesota and formed in early 1960s. They became known for their single Liar Liar, which reached modest success on regional charts in 1965. Their simple, energetic sound quickly won the hearts of local fans. The song's catchy, repetitive hook made it a popular tune at parties and on local radio. For a brief time, the Castaways enjoyed the excitement of local fame. However, after their initial hit, they could not produce another song to match its success. Internal conflicts and management issues soon emerged within the band. Differences over musical direction and recording ideas created tension. Problems with their manager also made it hard to secure further support. The band struggled to find a new hit, and their popularity began to fade. Although fans still remember the energy they brought to the local scene, the Castaways disbanded soon after their hit. Their rapid rise and quick decline remain a curious chapter in 1960s rock history. One song made them unforgettable, but the next band carved out a softer, more heartfelt sound that contrasted with the high-energy rock of the era.
She's one of those girls who seems to come in the spring. One look.
The Critters. The Critters were an Ohio group formed in 1966. They gained regional attention with their single, Mr. Dyingly Sad. Their gentle, melodic sound struck a chord with many local listeners. The band played soft rock tunes that stood out from the typical rock noise of the time. They received modest radio play and built a small but dedicated fan base. Their music was calm and filled with emotion. However, challenges soon emerged. Poor promotion by their record label limited their exposure. In addition, internal strife began to affect their momentum. Disputes over songwriting credits and financial issues created tension among the members. These problems made it hard to plan new projects or invest in recordings. Despite their talent, the lack of support from management hurt their career. The band struggled to maintain a consistent lineup and faced disagreements during recording sessions. Over time, these challenges led to a gradual decline in their success. Even today, those who remember Mr. Dyingly Sad recall the charm in every note. The Critters' story shows how behind-the-scenes issues can cut short a promising career. The Critters' gentle tunes gracefully give way to the Beau Brummels' British flavor rock, igniting a fresh chapter in 1960s music.
I hate to say it, but I told you so. Don't mind my preaching to you.
The Beau Brummels. The Beau Brummels formed in San Francisco in 1964. They quickly gained attention with their hit Laugh Laugh, which climbed the charts to around number 15. Their music mixed American rock with a touch of the British invasion style. The fresh sound helped shape the future of many bands. They enjoyed moderate success during their short career. However, internal disagreements soon emerged among the members. Several lineup changes were added to the strain. Management issues also played a role in the growing tension. As musical tastes shifted, the band struggled to adapt. By 1968, the pressures had fallen and the group split up. Their rise was fast and their fall even quicker. Despite their brief time in the spotlight, their work influenced later acts. Their story remains a vivid example of how quickly success can change with time. Beau Brummels continued to be remembered for their unique sound and brief, bright moment in rock history. We've seen bands crash and fade. However, the final group had all the talent to last until creative struggles and management issues took them down. Be with us till the end. The Kingsmen. The Kingsmen were a band from Portland, Oregon, who gained sudden fame with their version of Louie Louie. Their recording of the song quickly became a rock staple and sparked both controversy and fascination. The raw energy in their version caught the attention of many listeners, and media coverage helped the song reach a national audience. At the same time, legal disputes over the song's rights brought unwanted attention. The band became involved in lawsuits that drained their time and energy. Management issues and internal disagreements further disrupted their plans. Members clashed over musical direction and business decisions. These problems led to lineup changes and a loss of focus. As a result, their promising career was cut short. The Kingsmen never managed to build on their initial success. Despite a brief period in the spotlight, their rendition of Louie Louie remains influential. It is still celebrated by fans of rock and music today. Their story shows how external pressures and internal strife can bring down a band at the height of its success. Their legacy endures among fans. The next band took an already famous song and gave it a rebellious new edge.
Like K-Bad, my baby.
The Shadows of Night. The Shadows of Night were formed in Chicago in 1965. They became known for their raw take on blues-influenced rock. Their version of Gloria captured the hearts of many fans. With a gritty sound and simple style, the band made a strong impact in the Midwest. They built a loyal following at local clubs and on radio stations. Their live shows were energetic and filled with passion. However, as music trends shifted to heavier rock, their sound lost some of its appeal. Internal disagreements began to affect the group. The members struggled to write new songs that lived up to their early hits. Disputes over musical direction and creative ideas led to further problems. These issues weakened the band and hindered progress. Without fresh material and strong unity, they soon faded from the scene. Despite their short career, they remain a memorable part of 1960s rock. Their raw energy and unique style continue to be cherished by fans. Though their time was brief, The Shadows of Night left a lasting mark that still inspires new listeners today. Rock lives on. The Amboy Dukes. The Amboy Dukes were a Detroit-based band formed in 1964. They quickly gained attention with their unique blend of psychedelia and hard rock. Their song, Journey to the Center of the Mind, reached number 36 on the Billboard charts. This track showcased their bold approach and experimental sound. They were among the early groups to try new musical ideas in the 1960s. Fans were drawn to their energetic live shows and daring style. However, internal tensions soon began to take their toll. Disagreements over creative direction and disputes over royalties and contracts led to constant friction. These legal issues added extra pressure on the group. The mounting arguments and lack of unity eventually forced them to break up by 1970. Their rapid decline was marked by intense struggles behind the scenes. Though their time together was short, the Amboy Dukes made a lasting impact on experimental rock. Their brief remains a notable chapter in rock history, remembered for its bold mix of sound and spirit. The wait is over. This band fused multiple genres into a bold new sound before internal drama ended it all. The Electric Flag. The Electric Flag was formed in Chicago in 1967. They quickly became known for blending blues, rock, and soul into a unique sound. Their music featured a mix of raw energy and smooth blues riffs. The band gained a loyal following on the local scene through energetic live shows that left a strong impression on fans. They achieved moderate success on the local charts with several well-received songs. However, conflicts with management soon created serious problems. Disagreements over musical direction and business decisions caused tension among the members. Additionally, rapid changes in popular music made it hard for them to stay relevant. Disputes over contracts and creative differences further strained the group. Before long, these issues led to their breakup. Their short run in the spotlight left many fans wishing for more. Despite their brief career, the Electric Flag is remembered for their rich blend of styles and powerful performances. Their story reflects the challenges many bands faced in a fast-changing music scene. Their stories remind us that even great talent can be short-lived. Which band's story surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and feel free to share any forgotten groups you remember. Thank you for watching and celebrating these unique chapters of music history.